Today's adventure takes me to Lithuanian National Cemetery here in Hickory Hills, Illinois. This cemetery has over 8,000 graves in it, and just looking in the cemetery, it just looks absolutely beautiful. But I'm here today because I want to tell you the story of the man that supposedly inspired the character Shrek. And when you see his photo, you'll see why. Maurice Tillet. He's buried in this cemetery today, and he has quite a fascinating story. So come join me as we explore Lithuanian National Cemetery. Okay guys, welcome to another video here, Lithuanian National Cemetery. Now I will say this is right next to Archer Woods Cemetery, which is another video I did. And what a contrast. This is a much, much nicer cemetery. I'm not going to try to read names because the grammar police will be out, and a big chunk of marble has fallen off the wall here in this mausoleum. No date there, but a beautiful mausoleum. "8,000 graves here. I'm going to touch on only a few of them. Look at this. This is beautiful. We have the tree trunk here. I believe those to be doves. Here is the photo, a great photo of the man, considering he died in 1916 at the age, let's see, 1888, so he wasn't even 30 yet, if my math is right. And it looked like he had a cane already, so I'm wondering if he had a health condition that he was born with, and unfortunately he died early. But look at this beautiful monument. Just beautiful. And a lot of these monuments in this Lithuanian cemetery will have photos on them, and you can't even read the inscription on this. However, the photos still remain intact, which I love that. That is great. I'm going over here because I see this wonderful statue. Again, I'm not pronouncing names because I will not get them correct. But look at this statue holding the wreath. Just beautiful. Marie, I can pronounce that. Petras died when he was young. But there's the last name. I can tell you it starts with an M. But no, I'm not going to try. I was tempted. Not going to do it. Look at this. Angel holding the wreath up to the cross. That is really beautiful. Looks like his photo is gone. However, hers remains. Bartulis. That I can pronounce. You're welcome. I'm not gonna try most of these. Look at this place. Man, it's so serene. It's like something out of a movie. Let's look at this one. Another beautiful angel statue. Don't know, usually should be holding an anchor or a wreath or a Bible or something, but it looks like she's holding a mini baseball bat. Maybe they were into baseball. No, I'm not sure I'm not sure what that is. Some kind of, I don't know what that is. I've never seen that. Like I said, usually it's a Bible or an anchor or a wreath or something. I don't know what she's holding. Justina looked like the lunch lady I had in high school. Just saying. And there's Jonas right there. I do like that they have the photos on the tombstones to give it some more personal look. We got 3 people here. She already looks like a ghost. I don't. Hopefully she doesn't walk through the cemetery at night. 1927, 1928, and then Ursula, which I'm guessing is her, died in 1957. No disrespect, it just kind of a. I'm sure there's other better photos of Ursula. What a beautiful fall morning here in the Chicagoland area. Sun is shining. It's actually supposed to be a high about 80 degrees today. Look at all of these, most with photos on them. Macus is the name. Leonard. Just beautiful. And I love that there's these monuments here, statues. This cemetery has a lot of character. Reminds me a lot of Hollywood Forever Cemetery in LA for some reason, with the statues and stuff. Beautiful angel. You can see he died in 1939. Woman in mourning. We have Anna, died in 1956. It's a photo of her. And Peter, he lived until 1972. And I wanted to check out another beautiful statue. A woman carrying roses. With a broken column representing life cut short. And you can even see down to her feet the buckles on her shoes. Just beautiful. Beautiful monument. As I'm exploring here, I found this wonderful monument. Albert Carter, 1915-1987, his wife Violet. He enjoyed living and it was contagious. And look at everything he did. Cook County Deputy Assessor, assessing officers, real estate broker, insurance broker, hobbies, collecting first, membership card holder, Procrastinators Club of America, I love that, amateur historian, and then on here, L. Carter, lifetime member, Local 10 Musicians Union, percussionist, drummer to you, I love that. He played with these different bands. And then back here we have Al Carter, first paying customer at world events. What? That's interesting. And to other events. So all the events he attended. And some places named Independence. This guy was quite a character. And I love that they put all that on his tombstone. There he is there. And there's his wife, Violet. I love that. Historic trails and roads retraced. Apache Trail, Boston Post Road. And first motorist over these 20th century expressways. Come on. And it goes on, and that's quite amazing. Al Carter was quite a character. Did a lot of stuff. So let's transition from Mr. Carter to Maurice Tillet, or Tillet, however you want to pronounce it, I'm not sure. Tillet. And before we do that, here's a beautiful mausoleum, 1948. Private James Yodule, 1945. And then Private John J. Ruckstala, 1944. So it seems as though they both died in the war. And we see their photos here. Here's James. And here's John. I don't know if they were brothers or just good friends or what. I'm guessing they were brothers. And they died a year apart and entombed in this mausoleum. There are photos of them, as you can see in there, and flowers. Very nice, very nice. All right, Maurice Tillet. The inspiration for the character Shrek, or supposedly the inspiration for the character Shrek, and I believe he is, because you'll see his photo in a minute, and there's a resemblance. So he was born in Russia in 1903. During the 1917 revolution, he and his mother were forced to relocate to France. In his early 20s, he started to notice strange swelling in many parts of his body. He went to the doctors and was diagnosed with acromegaly, something like that, acromegaly, a condition characterized by a benign tumor on the pituitary gland. This led to his uncharacteristic appearance. Look at this beautiful monument here. In 1937, Maurice met Carl Poyo, Pojello, a professional wrestler. Poyo, fascinated by Maurice's appearance, convinced him to become a professional wrestler. Poyo moved to Paris and started training, and soon started wrestling in France and England. And Maurice started wrestling under the name the French Angel. And then the start of World War II happened. Of course, France was in the center of it. So they were forced to move to the U.S. Back in the 1940s, Maurice became a main eventer who drew large audiences. Look at some of these wonderful monuments as we walk through here. Just beautiful. He became the American Wrestling Association heavyweight champion from May 1940 to May 1942. However, in 1945, his health began to fail. And by the 1950s, his career would come to an end. In 1944, he passed away from cardiovascular disease. And what's really interesting is we approach their monument here is both Tillet and Poyo passed away on the same day and are buried here next to each other. And I believe I don't have to make a comment, but you can see the inspiration to Shrek. And he was only about 5'7" too, stocky guy. And then here's his good friend, Carl. And how weird is that? Friends whom even death couldn't part. They both died September 4th, 1954. That is absolutely wild. Good friends, died together, buried together, wrestling somewhere in the heavens together. Maurice and Carl. So I just do a general walk around here and just, I don't know which direction to go. I want to go everywhere, but I can't. It's too much ground to cover for me. Look at these beautiful monuments. There's some up here I want to check out. I have a thing for statues. I find them fascinating because of all the time that have been put into these. You know, people really cared. Look at this small girl. Photo, 1893 to 1927, so she was rather young, so I'm guessing tree stump represents the life cut short. Andrews is the name, shortened. You can pronounce the actual name there at the bottom, because I'm not trying that. That must have been, young girl, young lady. And here we have what appears to be a hornet's nest under this cross, but a beautiful monument. Woman with a necklace with a cross on it, on a step. That is beautiful. And behind me is another one. Wow, I can only imagine what this looked like back when it was new. I mean, it looks great now, but there's definitely wear. And here's 3 people that are buried here. 2 men and a woman. Just gorgeous. Wow. So I just came from Archer Woods, and I think I mentioned that earlier in the video. Archer Woods is right next door to here, and if you haven't seen the Archer Wood video, check that out. Talk about 2 completely different cemeteries. Archer Woods, not in good shape. Not in good shape. This cemetery, just beautiful. Beautiful monuments, photos on a lot of the monuments. It's one of these cemeteries I could just walk through for hours and not get tired of looking around and looking at the history here. Really great stuff. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the story of Shrek, Maurice Tillet. Fascinating character indeed. And as always, until next time, keep exploring.